Well, me being the only one who seems to know, okay, so here's the thing, is like, the fact that I was picked up again and held in both counties means I don't expect any of their records to agree with me, okay? But that doesn't mean that I'm lying in any way, shape, or form, okay? I'm not lying in any way, shape, or form, okay? But it's also kind of the point of learning to be self-represented and rely on God and rely on the natural law is for when we get in these situations where I seem to be the only human who is aware that I should never have been held even a first time, let alone a second time, okay? But especially not the second time, okay? It's kind of like when Jesus goes on his little tirades about how, their court systems require 2 witnesses, and he and his Father in heaven counts as 2. Because there has to be some kind of fail-safe when they have you isolated. When they have you isolated as the only one. Like, as far as I know, I could be the only person on the planet that even knows, how truly unlawful it really is. I could be the only person who actually knows that we're being oppressed by tyrants, okay? Because, like, I feel like I can prove on anything that I know is real, that I know is, like, real American doctrine of law. I feel like I can prove that all of a sudden we're just, the bully has taken over the school, right? Like, all of a sudden a rich kid moved into the neighborhood and he's got powerful attorneys and he's ruling the school to his benefit to make sure he never has to have a class with a kid he doesn't like, and all the other smarter kids with the better test scores before he got there never get into any of the AP classes and whatever else a rich bully would do in school, right? It's like kind of the way it's like that's what's happening to like my town and potentially the whole freaking world. Is it feels like some richer fucking person just moved in and like took over the town. Or took over the whole world, and like all of a sudden, and it's like we have the internet, so every time you look up something, and it's only devolving into like, Google AI answer. It's like, at some point we have to stop consenting to like whatever answer Google gives us, right? Because like when I was in school like over a decade ago, like using Wikipedia as like a source was like an automatic fail, but that was not the case when I went back to school a couple years ago, okay? Anyway. But all of a sudden, like, top of AI Google sources is Wikipedia, and again, it's all just what somebody's putting in there. And if you go down, like, half a page, you usually find opposite answers, okay? It's like,